Brawlhalla, the fighting game where you and up to 3 other people battle it out to see who can come out on top. Using your fists, main weapons and some of the gadgets scattered across the map, you must fight to remain on the stage whilst trying to knock others off of it. The more damage you deal to a player, the easier it is to eliminate them. Actually, this sort of reminded me of another game. It's quite similar, you know, same idea, fighting multiple opponents, damaging them so you can knock them off the map. It even featured beloved classic video game characters. What was it again? Oh yeah, that's it, PlayStation All-Stars. One thing that's pretty cool about Brawlhalla is the way its weapon system works. There's a large range of weapons from swords to hammers and even this rocket lance which does way less damage than it looks like it should. Each character has 2 weapons and what makes them unique is the combination of weapons that they have. For example, one character may have a spear and an axe, whereas another would have a spear and sword. This means you can choose a fighter based on your 2 favorite weapons, which are equipped by getting weapon pickups. Enough about that though, let's get into the actual game. For my first match, I decided to go with Lord Vrax in a timed free-for-all. You get 2 points for each person you eliminate and lose a point for each time you're eliminated yourself. Whoever has the most points when the time is up wins the game.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
The first game starts and immediately 6 just runs off the edge for no apparent reason. I should probably point out that suicide in this game costs you 3 points, so if you're gonna die, you better make sure it's somebody else's fault. I pick up the blasters, which are basically just guns with the worst range I've ever seen. Like, come on, is that it? Nothing happens for the first few seconds of the match until I notice 6 just standing in the corner away from everyone else. A common strategy in this game, allowing the other players to deal damage to each other before joining in the fight yourself. This doesn't work out well for him though, as soon all 3 of us bring the fight over to him, which results in me shooting him off the map and winning the first points of the game. I don't keep this lead for long though, as Wiz delivers a charged attack which blasts me off the map and into second place. Meanwhile 6 just seems to be in a world of his own. Hey 6, you do realize that -7 is actually less than 0, right? Soon after, I'm able to get my revenge on Wiz with a charged attack of my own, which gives me a 2-point lead. And 6 finally gets his first points of the game by eliminating, I guess I'll just call her a fish. And from this point, things all start going downhill. Wiz delivers a bomb attack which launches both of us into the air but only eliminates me. Fish then blasts me off the map not 1 but 2 times, reducing my score to 0 and putting her in tied first place with Wiz. And 6 is just, well, being 6. The timer runs out with both Wiz and Fish having 4 points, and so the sudden death tiebreaker round begins. Who will win? Fish playing as Queen Nai or Wiz playing as Nash? This should be a pretty interesting fight. Well, that was anticlimactic. Alright, so that's the first game over, and I may have come in 3rd place with 0 points, but hey, at least it's not -20 points, I mean 6. What the hell were you doing, man? I start the second game and decide to give Lord Vrax another go against my new opponents, Blah, Tia, and Pooh. Well, that's an unfortunate shortening. What's her full name? Poophead. I'm not gonna lie, that's not much better. By the way, if you notice any frame skips in this game, that's because my ping was through the roof. Man, it's not fair. I lagged in Speedrunners, I lagged in Rocket League, hell, I even lagged in Super Meat Boy. And that's a single player game, like what? The first 15 seconds of this game are just an unorganized mess of attacks, until Tia and I pull off what is perhaps the greatest tag team in Brawlhalla history. I guess you could say that Pooh got flushed. I'll see myself out. As this game went on, it became more and more apparent who the winner would be, with Tia getting knockout after knockout, earning her an 8-point lead. It was pretty much a lost cause at this point, and ended with me being in 3rd place once again. Hey, I never said I was good at this game. Time for game 3, and this time I'm up against Dark Sands, Slain, and Assassin 32. Wait a minute. Oh no. Oh no! First Pooh and now Ass? I think we're going through the entire digestive system here. This game had a really interesting start because we went almost a full minute without anyone getting eliminated. At least that was until Dark Sands decided to eliminate himself. The darkness was probably just too much for him to handle. Apart from that, this game went just like the last one, except replaced Tia with Slain, who managed to attack me 4 times in a row and deliver 3 KOs to Assassin. I guess you could say she kicked ass. I'll see myself out. This game ends with Slain having an 11-point lead and me for the 3rd time being in 3rd place. I'd had enough at this point, and so I thought I'd try my luck in a 1v1. In this game mode, both players have to choose 3 characters to fight with, and each time you get eliminated, you respawn as the next character in your lineup. Whoever gets eliminated 3 times loses the game. And that person was me. Like, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I got wrecked, demolished, exterminated. It was really just embarrassing, but I will say that there were two good things which came from this match. The first thing is that I discovered Brawlhalla, who's actually a pretty good character to fight with. And the second thing is, hey, at least this time I'm not in third place. Okay, so far, 4 games, 4 losses. I considered calling it quits here, but decided that I would not end on a loss. So I jumped back into a 4-player free-for-all, this time playing as Brawlhalla to give it one more try.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Immediately I go for a weapon pickup, get the sword and head straight for a one-on-one fight with ET1, during which Cry is able to deliver a downward attack to Vile which I was certain would knock him off the map, but somehow he was able to get back onto the bottom platform. A few seconds later though, Cry hits Vile with the downward attack again, except this time Vile doesn't recover, earning Cry the first 2 points of the match. Meanwhile, I'm still trying to eliminate a very damaged ET1, but it appears that all of my efforts went to waste as it was Vile who managed to get the final blow which put him straight into second place with 1 point. With me now being in third place, I knew I had to up my game, and with 3 minutes left, I was still optimistic. I saw an opportunity to deliver the perfect heavy attack to Cry and I took it, but it wasn't enough for an elimination. Luckily for me however, Vile slammed Cry into the perfect position for me to hit him straight downwards, probably as a form of revenge for what was done to him earlier. And with me gaining 2 points and Cry losing 1, this put me right into first place with Cry and Vile in tied second. In fact, I'm pretty sure those two were sworn enemies because they just wouldn't stop going at each other, which resulted in Cry eliminating Vile once again and me being pushed back into second place. Now with my damage level at the max, I knew I had to be careful not to get hit. But apparently ET1 wasn't having it as she soon kicked me right off the map. This was followed by blasting Cry into the air which gained her a further 2 points and put her in first place. With ET1 now having the max damage level, I knew I had to take advantage of this to have any hope of winning the game, and so using my axe I was able to bounce her off the ground and out of the map. This was soon followed by a hit to Vile which he wasn't able to recover from, earning me another 2 points. Even though I now had a pretty comfortable lead, I knew I couldn't rest just yet. It wouldn't take much for me to lose my position and so I had to keep on fighting. Fortunately, this led to me delivering a heavy hit to ET1 which further secured my position with a 5-point lead. All I needed to do now with under a minute remaining was to stay in first place. A task that would prove to be difficult as Cry quickly made his way back up on the scoreboard and hit myself and ET1 with an attack that blasted me off the map. But as the remaining 5 seconds ran out with me still being in the lead by a single point, I was certain the game had been won. And for the first time, I got to see my character on the winner's podium being applauded by Vile, ET1, and a very accurately named Crybaby. Brawlhalla, it's a lot of fun guys, I seriously recommend that you check it out, especially since it's free. Yes, you heard me correctly, for the low price of $29.99. Times 0, you can get this game. And what's more, the system requirements for it are super low. I mean, look at this, 1 GB of RAM? I'm pretty sure my digital watch has like 2, so you don't need a strong PC to run this at all. And yeah, of course, it's a lot like Super Smash Bros, but there are quite a few things this game does which gives it its own unique style. In fact, I guess you could say this game is a smash hit. I'll see myself out. Oh boy, another sudden death round. This should be intense. Well, that was disappointing. Why can't they make these more interesting? I'm trying to make a video here.